Some pretty amazing creations will start popping up on our beaches next weekend as a part of the 8th annual Siesta Key Crystal Classic Sand Sculpting Competition. Wow, that's a big name. And something amazing is happening right here in our studio. Brian Wigglesworth is a master sand sculptor and the organizer of the competition. And look what you've been doing in our studio, Brian. So how did this whole thing get started?
Well, I was competing as a master sculptor around the country, and every time I went to a beach, I thought to myself, our sand is nicer than this. I can do this at our beach. So we created this event with the Chamber of Commerce on Siesta Key, and it's been very successful.
Okay, I have a question, if I can jump in. How do you start being a master sculptor to begin with? Because you're like, as I was competing.
What class do you go
Were
to?
you a little kid playing on the beach?
I was a little kid playing on the beach. I grew up in California, Hawaii, and if the surf wasn't up, I was playing in the sand. So.
How did it get to be a career that you get paid for?
Well, I went through art school, and I became a commercial illustrator, and when I retired here in Sarasota, I just started getting into the amateur event here, and I kept winning it every year. And somebody said, "You got to move up," and I said, well, "I didn't know there was a move up." So I went to a state competition in Fort Myers. I won that the first year, and they invited me back to the master competition the following year.
But I'm looking at these sculptures, and they just don't look like sand. They just look like amazing sculptures. So what is it to work with that medium?
These are the best sculptors in the world. These are the best sand sculptors in the world. They come from all over the world. We have sculptors coming from Russia, Lithuania, Ireland, Singapore, South Korea, and they are the best. And so they do this for a living, and they do it very, very well.
How many are coming this year?
We have 24 competing sculptors coming. They compete in teams of 2, and last year we had a the winner couple was from South Padre Island and in Canada. So you never know. The second place was Lithuania and Russia. So
you would think we would always win because you could start early out there on our beaches.
Well, because I can't compete in my own competition.
Do you go other places now and still compete?
I do. One of my favorites is Virginia Beach, the big one there. Yeah.
What makes our sand something that really draws people from all over?
I think there's a lot of things about our sand that are special. The whiteness for sure, but the fineness of it. It is the finest, whitest sand in the world, laboratory proven, and because it's fine, it binds together very well, which makes it very nice for sand sculpting. What draws people, I think, is the fact that you can walk on our sand in the middle of summer, and it's cool to the touch. It's soft on your feet. It's not as abrasive as most sands.
What makes your sand stick together? I've tried doing this out on the beach. This is what I get. Water.
Water. Our new phrase this year is wet sand matters.
So are they spraying?
Really does.
I noticed you doing some spraying as you were working. Are the sculptors out there spraying as well?
They are spraying constantly, but they also pack the sand in box forms with water, lots and lots of water, and then they pound the excess water out of it to make these big blocks that they sculpt instead of form.
I have to ask, is it bittersweet when you're done with this beautiful creation and it eventually is going to be going away?
Well, we're used to the ephemeral art form, so no, it's not. It's more like a Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah,
it's like a Thanksgiving dinner. You know, you take hours to make it, and it's gone in 15 minutes.
See them while they're still there. It's next weekend from the 10th through the 13th, the Siesta Key Sand Sculpting Competition. Next, we'll meet the rest of David's team, and we've got a competition, David.